got me running, got me running. Shake it, shake it, shake it, feel that. Raise your hands up, raise them up.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Forex Trading Asia Daily Currency Call. Yep, this is episode 339. It's the 22nd of July, 11 a.m. right now in Singapore, GMT +8. Okay, so if it's your first time here, a big welcome. We do this currency call every Monday to Friday, and the currency we analyze is as follows: Monday, Aussie and Kiwi; Tuesday, Euro; Wednesday, Pound; today's Thursday, so it's the Yen and Gold; Friday, Canadian Dollar and cryptocurrencies. So this is the currency call where you will get market economic updates, key support resistance levels, trade ideas, and more. This currency call is going to be very beneficial to both the long-term investors and short-term traders. Here we'll be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, and also highlighting potential targets and risk. So a disclaimer here, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speakers. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. Okay, so let's head straight to the charts with Scott here, Scott Andrews from Forex Briefcase Australia, to start things off with the dollar index. Scott.
All right. Hi, everyone, and happy Thursday as well. Thanks for joining us. So, US dollar continues to be pretty dynamic as well. So we've seen it move to as high as 93.15 this week. We we did see a pullback as well. So I've just got the 4-hour time frame here just to put things into context. You know, it is a uptrending chart, although it is very much sideways, but we did see a breakout earlier this month as well, and it was holding. We saw a pullback as well. We're trading currently now at around 92.80. Now, we have seen this offer some resistance previously. So as price trades above here, I would say that, you know, we are still looking to, you know, go long as a bias, but right now there isn't a lot of news, to be honest. And I was just reviewing the situation for the rest of this week, and, you know, it's not like we're going to have any, you know, drastically bad news to drive the US dollar down. So it's a very difficult thing to just, you know, want to take a short, because we're going to have to see something drastically change in regards to the news we've got tonight. Is we've got initial jobless claims as well, and that's at 8:30 this evening, GMT +8. So I'll just bring the calendar here because I just like to quickly go over a couple of things. So with the calendar here, thanks to Forex Trading Asia, I'll just scroll up here. So we're currently on Thursday. We did have a little bit of news out yesterday, but yeah, again, really it was more risk sentiment driving this. So we saw the US dollar sell off as equity markets moved a little bit. But again, that's a very sensitive situation with how equity markets have been behaving, because we could see another pullback tonight. So what I'm looking at now, initial jobless claims out at 8:30 tonight, 350K. So if we see a beat on that, and that would be a good sign for the US dollar as well. But again, it's not huge impact news because this is released weekly as well. We've got existing home sales again. But what I am looking for, so really right now, I mean, there's short-term opportunities, but what I'm really focused on here is next week. We've got Thursday morning, this is GMT +8, Thursday the 29th of July, we've got the Fed rate decision and press conference. But what really we're looking at, and it was posted in Forex Trading Asia as well, with Jin mentioning the jobs market in the US still has a lot of room left. And obviously one of the key things that the Fed does is manage the situation with employment as well. So there's honestly, it looks like, and Jerome Powell said repeatedly, even though he's had a few Fed presidents come out and talk about wanting to talk about tapering sooner, but this FOMC meeting, if we see again that you know, Jerome Powell is pretty firm with his stance, you'll just see the US dollar hovering where it currently is. I'd like to see it push back over to 93 tonight if we can see, equity markets pull back a little bit and if we get some positive news. So if we stabilize here, I'd like to see really an entry at around 92.80, tight stop loss at 92.50, and let's see if we can push back to 93 with the anticipation that the news will be favorable for the US is my thought on the US dollar today, guys.
Okay, thanks for that, Scott. All right, so today is Thursday, so the currency focus is yen and gold. And today we are with Jin Dao Tai, founder of LCMS Traders, a multi-million-dollar trader trading an account with more than $15 million on a daily basis. Okay, Jin, I'll pass it to you for the currency focus.
Thank you, Jinwei. Just remember the last moment that my camera wasn't on. So the poll is up. If you can, help me vote on the poll. And then if you have voted on the poll and you voted no, check out the comments section or the chat section and click on the link and get signed up. So with all that, coming back to the focus, the main item today, the yen pairs. Are we talking about yen pairs? Yen and gold. Forgot, right? It feels like every day feels like the same thing. So let's look at what could happen. So first things we want to do is check out what could happen in terms of the news. Scott did share with us some views about the dollar index already. I like what Scott has said. Not that one. Okay, so I like what Scott has said. Looking here at the forextradingasia.com economic calendar, today being Thursday, we do have a holiday in Japan. We'll have this RBA monetary policy statement to be released at 1945 hours. Hang on, can someone let people in, please? Okay, we do have people coming in we do have the news to be released at 1945 hours. And then the euro, we spoke about the euro 2 days ago about the policy statement, the rate decision, which is not going to change, the policy statement, which is not likely to surprise markets at all or too much. Probably some talk about forecasting tapering. So no tapering, no exact tapering talk at this moment, but some possible future talk about future tapering. And then after that, we have US initial jobless claims. This is a weekly number. So they release this every week on a Thursday. So impact of this is going to be a little bit smaller or quite significantly smaller because previously it was 360. Now it's expected 350. Not a big change in this sense as well. So jobless claims possibly going to not have too much impact on the US dollar. But the focus is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow for the US manufacturing PMI was 62.1, expected a 62. Services PMI was 64.6, expected a 64.8. You can see here that the data is unlikely to change too significantly. But what it also means is that we're possibly reaching that consistency, that stability in the US data, especially in manufacturing and services PMI. And PMI is a leading indicator in terms of economic data or economic performance. So with that, we could possibly anticipate, and I know Scott would be happy to hear this, I would anticipate the dollar index to probably go up some more, possibly break quite significantly that 93 level. I would think we're going to see it go up further from this point. But nothing moves up in a straight line. It's never going to go, straight up. I think that we're going to see a lot more volatility as it reach rather high levels at this point. So with that volatility to be anticipated on a dollar index, what could happen here on the US yen in particular is that yesterday we saw it climb quite significantly above that 109.80 level all the way to about 110.30. Right now, you can see that if I put this straight line here, based on my fast indicator here, we are anticipating a bit of a pullback, a bit of a retracement back down. So with this, I anticipate that we're going to see, as the dollar index reached that high, it's going to pull back down a little bit. It's going to come back in, possibly test this 109.80 level again. It's going to test this level before, if the US dollar strength does come around, before tracking higher. So come down, test the support level before bouncing off this 109.80 and tracking higher. So as a trade idea, what you should be looking for is not to sell it down. Don't look to sell it down. Look to buy if it hits and rejects this 109.80 support level. Look to buy at about 10, well, let's be super safe. Look to buy at 110. You would have a 20, 30 pip stop loss. Your ultimate take profit would be about 100 pips up, about 111.16. But you could even be looking at a 60 pip take profit at 110.63. So this means that you could be at 110, 30 pip stop loss, 60 pip take profit level, a 1:2 risk reward ratio towards the upside. That's for the US yen. With the euro yen, anticipating the ECB news tonight, we're going to see a little bit of a movement. Same thing, it's almost the same pattern with the US yen. So again, anticipating a bit of a retrace. That retrace to come back down, possibly at 129.51. Okay, but with the euro yen, I would leave it a little bit more open-ended because it depends on whether we're going to see any surprises from the ECB tonight, and also what could happen leading on from that point. So if it comes down to 129.51 and breaks lower, then you could be looking at a selling opportunity, but it's very tight. It's about 40 pips. So I wouldn't be too keen. And if it bounces off from this point, you're looking at also a bit of a 60 pip take profit towards the upside, with about a 40 pip stop loss. Again, not too keen. So I would best advise for the euro yen at this point to be hands off on this pair. Put your focus on the US yen for that up bounce and upside move, and also look at the pound yen. Those of you who attended yesterday's session, you would have noted, or I hope you noted, that I was, don't normally talk about pound yen on a Wednesday, but I put that in because it was sitting right at this 149.73 level, and it did. And I said it was going to break. If it does break up above this support, we could see it track higher and possibly back even towards the 152 level. And it's done exactly that. It's broke above 149.76. It tracked about 120 pips upwards, now at this 150.82 level. At this point, again, I would think that it's going to track lower. Why I think it's going to track lower? Tracking the pound dollar, when I spoke about it yesterday, I said it was going to come up, test this 137 level before tracking lower. Looks like part one is done. It's gone up and it's hit that resistance. Looks like it's going to turn back down. And if it does turn down, if it rejects this 137 level and turn down, then I would anticipate the pound yen to track lower as well, together with the pound dollar moving in correlation. So with that, if that does come around, then you're looking for selling opportunities below 150.82. Below 150.82, about 150.60, below 150.60, you're looking at a 40 pip stop loss for a good 80 pip take profit, or 160 pip take profit level towards the downside. So 40 pip stop loss, 80 pip take profit level, 1:2, or 160 pip take profit level, 1:4 towards the downside. all you have to do right now, keeping it very simple, all you have to do right now is wait for it to break below 150.82 towards 150.60, then look for that selling opportunity. Anything else, stay out of it. And then rushing straight into it, the last time I spoke about it, I said that at 1773, it was a good place to start buying and accumulate your buys. It did go up. It didn't go up to 1845. It went as high as 1833 right now with that retracement. Why is it retracing? It's because we see that US dollar strength, that short to medium term US dollar strength that we've seen over the last couple of days. As currency or as capital flows into the dollar, we're going to see the gold drop back down a little bit, retrace back down. So with this, also a bit of an early indicator in terms of the dollar index or the dollar strength, we could actually see gold come back down towards 1773 before possibly again bouncing back up towards 1845. So the same thing as what it did back in late June. It came all the way down, hit this level, rejected that support and bounced up. I anticipate that we're going to see the same thing. Don't look to sell the gold downwards. Look for that buying opportunity when it rejects, or if and when it rejects that support level.
Okay, thanks for that, Jin. Very comprehensive analysis on both yen and gold. Okay, so just a disclaimer again, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speakers. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. All right, so next up, I'm going to get Daniel in. Daniel, you guys had the LCMS Traders Club webinar coaching session yesterday, live trading session to be exact. Do you have any trade recommendations, trade ideas that you would like to share for the audience today?
Okay, Jinwei. So yes, we had a couple of trades done yesterday. Yesterday's session was fantastic. We were trading at starting from 9 p.m. Together with all the club members there. We have 20 over club members yesterday. Looking at it, we straight away quickly follow the 5 steps, look at what's happening in the news within the first 5 minutes. No major news coming in. We know today it's going to have ECB later on, monetary policy statements coming in. And then so we decided to look for trades, and straight off we had a plan looking that the safe haven currencies would be strengthening. So we will wait for it. We look at the charts, and that's not what happened. Straight away that evening it's totally different from the afternoon sessions where the US and the yen had weakened during the US market. So we changed strategy on the spot. So we actually coach the members here, on preparations, on what we are doing, and how to trade on the spot following the market. Right, so we decided to follow with the weakening of the yen pairs, and of course perhaps the US dollar, looking at it as well. Couple of trade ideas we had. So maybe I'll just go straight to the charts and to show it to you. We straight away analyzed that the euro yen. Now the euro yen, we were looking at it, and it's coming close to the resistance zone coming in. So we were saying that, okay, look at it. Most likely will be rejected the resistance with the coming news of the ECB coming in, could be weakening, and it could bounce off, and that's what has happened. Still waiting for the trade to be happening there. Okay, and then we have also another trade idea. We do notice that we are looking at 1 hour, 15-minute charts here because we are trading on the spot, on the term there. So ECB, we were looking at if it breaks below 1 point straight away. EG, right? This EG looking at straight away trading below the 0.86, this green line here, 0.8610. Okay, around really below this line here, orange line, sorry, the line here coming down, and we broke, and it's possible another trade idea to be taken, but we had to wait for it even up all the way to about 10 o'clock before that actually happened. And then what we actually trade on the spot was the CAD yen. CAD yen was really very nice. We were looking at the oil prices was going up, strengthening. So the Canadian dollar was trading. We looked at both the US CAD Okay, we look at the US CAD. We wait. Oh, it's so close to the at that point, so at support level of 1.2631. So we said, hey, let it break through first, break through before we take a trade. But at that point of time, CAD yen looks fantastic. We actually saw for a short-term trade here coming in a 15-minute chart, really very nice, pushing out outside Bollinger Band. So we waited for it to come in back to Bollinger Band, and we see a very nice triangle, or what we call flag pattern coming in. I don't usually use it for a 15-minute chart, but it's so happened really very nice, following the trend, going upwards, the pattern coming in, telling me the consolidation. Anytime it can push up with the momentum of the MACD, telling me a strong upward push as well. So we took a trade, right? We took a trade. You can see we took straight away, we broke pushing upwards. We took a trade, moving all the way up. It's possible to hit even to, well, we were planning to hit towards the this level of 87.56. You know, looking at possible trade. I remember we were looking at something like a 25 pips, but as it goes to about 20 pips, I've decided to close the trade. So really very nice, but it still continues on, hit the resistance and comes back down. So, and then the last of all was the UC. We as it broke off. I have a member here who feedback that yes, as I mentioned, I closed the trade. She also closed the CAD yen and went on ahead to go and look for other trade pairs that we have recommended, and she took the US CAD as well and sell down and make some profit. So it is fantastic time here for live trading sessions, where we not only tell you, just like the signals, we tell you where to trade, but we explain to you and have a lot of discussions with the member coming in. Now you must be wondering, how do I join all these group coaching sessions and the live trading sessions here? All you got to do is go to tradersclub.lcms.com.sg. Scroll all the way down. We not only have the live trading sessions here, we also have the signals sending you every day here. And we also tell you why we take the trades. We also have a lot of other discussions here, market watch, looking through the market, analyzing the market for you. Now, all you need to do is click on this button for US dollar $49 a month, and you can access this platform, which is worth thousands. Now, click in here, fill up all these forms, and click submit. I can't wait for it to see you here in the Traders Club as soon as possible. Catch you guys in the club.
All right, thank you for that, Daniel. Okay, yeah, so we have come to the end of the session. In the chat, there's the Traders Club link. Do check it out. And also, as Jin mentioned, remember to get on forexbriefcase.com if you're looking for a managed account service where you have professionals trading for you. Okay, so yeah, we have come to the end of the session. We'll see you guys tomorrow, Friday, for the Canadian dollar and cryptocurrencies. Goodbye.